Warning: this game contains content might not be suitable for most audiences. Viewers' discretion is advised. Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Lion, and welcome to Toilet. I couldn't even say the word. God, I'm gonna need to change the title of this game as well. But welcome to this game. And as you saw from the disclaimer earlier, like, this game is not meant for minors, okay? And another thing I need to let you guys know, okay, please, for the love of God, do not call this a Sunny Day Jack-esque game. Like, the developer specifically mentioned that they do not want anyone, like, associating this with Sunny Day Jack. This is one of their personal projects, and honestly, the premise of getting together with a toilet is just way too wild. I need to see what it's about, so let's get right into it, shall we? Oh no. Oh Lord, here we go. It all started when the machines became sentient. After a decade-long debate as to whether or not these sentient beings had a right to autonomy, a gritty, contentious verdict was determined. Robots, androids, machines, and all the like would receive their freedom if they so chose. If a machine truly wished, they could remain as they were and served an indefinite term with a single finite purpose. If not, they could be classified as mecha-human, and as such, they would be free to determine their own purpose, so long as they accepted the everyday struggles that such freedoms came with. They would have to maintain their own well-beings, they would pay taxes, rent, and for their own healthcare, they would contribute to society, and would be offered little to no protections from the harshness of the outside world. This was the burden of being human, and it would be for any machine that decided to risk it all to become something more than a tool. It wasn't easy. At the end of the day, machines aren't humans. Their nature of existence is radically different from ours. The economy recovered. All those newly autonomous mecha-human civilians had needs, which created a booming job market and economy, but many would return to their prior mandated lives soon enough. The cost of being a mecha-human was outrageous, and in a world where even human beings were unable to afford adequate medical assistance, many mecha-humans floundered when they began to break down. Government programs only went so far. Their priorities remained the fleshy, vulnerable humans who had built the machines and mecha-humans alike. In all senses, there was a great wave of mecha-human poverty. For all their access to downloadable knowledge and skills, even they couldn't account for the unpredictability of the real world. Turns out having disgruntled, purposeless mecha-humans running around isn't very safe for anyone. When mecha-humans began to break down and could not return to their original positions after they became restless, their misery perforated the existence of their kind and beyond. Mechanical zombies began to stalk the streets, tearing each other apart and fighting for the right to live another day, no matter if the object of their venom had anything to do with those odds. There was a second economic boom with the invention of many luxuries that would placate existing mecha-humans, or if not placate, then preoccupy at least. Synthetic mechaboos and smokes, Bluetooth genitals. What else more so unlucky as have been granted a purpose that did not require them to be made with them. Even better bodies, a line of more human-like bodily upgrades. What do you mean, Bluetooth genitals? How do you Bluetooth that? Oh no! Markets once filled with angry, desperate mecha-humans became markets for all the digital vices a mecha-human could stand before they drowned. Even if you lost an arm, leg, or an eye, you could at least be pacified. Things are better now. They're worse in a lot of ways, but they're also better. Everyone knows the history, but few have the emotional bandwidth to care. Even mecha-humans don't particularly care to address their grim prospects. After all, this is what they asked for, right? To be like us, humans. They just had no way of knowing that in this economy, the human existence is hardly admirable unless you're insanely rich. We're all trudging through this together. That's what I try to keep in mind as I make my rounds every month to collect the rent from my tenants. I have 3 tenants this month who haven't paid up. I'm not thinking I'll have too much a problem with 2 of those 3, but that 3rd one is gonna be a pain in the butt. I am a landlord, as in the scum of the earth, owns the place to live in kind. Honestly, it's not a glamorous gig. You'd think it'd be easy money, but I put a lot of money back into keeping this whole building well maintained. I try to be fair, and I spend all day on call. It was my mom's family home. She grew up here with a member of her family in every apartment. And even if I'm the only one in my family left, I try to treat it like part of my legacy. It's a rough part of town, so I have to really fight to keep things livable here. Most of the tenants here are mecha humans now. That means I have to make all sorts of accommodations for their needs. I don't mind. It's worth it to keep this little sliver of mom alive. She always wanted to treat everyone here like family, and while I'm not exactly willing to go that far myself, I'm at least going to do a good job as their landlord and make them feel safe in their homes. If only they'd be half as considerate. The first one on the list is Lewis. He lives on the second floor in a cute little loft-style apartment. Lewis and I actually have a decent relationship. Sure, sometimes he's late to pay, but he always has the money. It's not too often, and he's quick to settle up. I never have any issues with him. I go as far as to say that I try to be a good neighbor to him and back. Sometimes we'll water each other's plants or stop by with dinner. It's informal as it gets, but then again, he's probably the most likable tenant in the building. He's just a bit of a day sleeper and tends to lose track of time when he's not taking on clients outside of home. He's working from it at night. He says he doesn't need the rest, and it will make sense if so, but I think with all the facades he has to put in on a day, he enjoys the chance to turn everything off for a moment and conserve his energy. Either way, he's actually really nice, if not a bit eccentric. Hey, Lewis, I have to talk to you about something. He opens the door, and I'm hit with a wave of cotton candy perfume smell. Oh, hey there! Man, you're cute. But you are not the object of my affection, okay? Like, as cute as you are, Lewis. I mean, I can just see just how rock hard you are under all that cotton. Like, you are not the toilet I'm here for. Yeah? Kathy, hey. Hey, Lewis. Really sorry to bother you. You weren't sleeping, were you? Nah, not really. Good guess. I had an overseas client call, time zones and whatnot. You know how it is. Sure I don't. Right. Lewis works in the companion field. He's a professional too, having been built for it and applied for mecha humanship after. He's a lovely neighbor, but by nature, he's also a huge flirt. I'm pretty sure a third of the building might have a crush on him. It's only natural. That's not Jax, is it? It's not. I swear it's not. Stop. You're thinking too much on it, okay? Totally not a reference. He's handsome, charming, and he's always the first to make the move. Mecha humans like him are more respected. They're built and designed to be as pretty and charismatic as possible. Aw, don't play coy, Cathers. It's so embarrassing. Pushing me away over and over again. You know, it takes ages for my ego to heal. Nice upsell, but no dice though, I'm afraid. You and I both know that it takes more than that to put a dent to something so dense. wait, am I calling myself out here? Am I really that dense? God. Damn, was really hoping to knock at least 10% off this month. Are you kidding? With the rates you charge, I'd be in debt to you for like ever. That could be pretty high. Yeah, no, not really my thing. Don't worry, I'll find your thing someday. Just promise me you're not still hanging on to that guy. I'd be really pissed if I was in the same running as him. No way, ew. Hands down, I'd rather screw you than him any day. Ouch. Probably didn't mean for it to come off like that, but ouch. I'm sorry, didn't mean for it to be like that. Yeah, I mean... Well, I know what you mean. I'd rather just screw neither of us, right? Affirmative. I'm not really looking for anything right now. Yeah. Still kinda. I know. Well, if you change your mind, you know where to find me. I know you're here for your old bounty, so I'll send it over in a sec. You should get it by the end of the day. Sorry to make you come down here like this. You know I don't mind an excuse to see you. Looking's always free, right? Jeez, Cathers! You're really gonna rip me off like that. Oh, so shrewd! There we go. The shiny 500 creds are deposited into my bank account. It's actually pretty affordable considering the area. It's nice in the middle of the city. Most places like this go for 1,500 creds or more. Inflation's been a real thing. I'm losing money, keeping this place so cheap. I know that Mom would have kicked my butt if I'd so much considered raising it. She'd never considered charging anything more than that. Alright, next on the list is green light. That should be easy too. It's not too early. I think it should be in. Most landlords would text their tenants, yeah. But if these guys were easily reachable, they'd have paid by now. Lewis has the excuse of being a space case and a deep sleeper. Greenlight has a whole other thing going on. He just never checks his phone, ever. Hey, Greenlight, it's Kathy. Hello, Miss Kathy. How are you doing today? God, he's so adorable. God, can I keep him? Can I keep Greenlight? Greenlight is what we classify as an obaton. It's a special class of object automatons that have mecha humanship. They can range from toasters, home appliances, and even stop signs. Obatons like Greenlight tend to have very traditional personalities. They're really nice, they're not a little plain, but they're definitely not to be underestimated. Technically, Greenlight has a government job. His retirement plan is looking better than anything I've got. I'm doing good. Just making rounds. You forgot to pay your rent again. Shoot! I thought I had it set up on autopay. Your utilities are, but your rent isn't. Do you need help getting it set up again? And use up even more of your precious time? Absolutely not. I'll take care of it tonight. For now, let me see about getting my checkbook. Greenlight really likes to do things old school. I'd have the heart to tell him that I have to go to a specialty bank to cash his checks. He's been a tenant for so long, I'd feel bad for making him feel bad, and of course, he would feel bad. He's sweet. Alright, the 750 credits, right? He hands me a slip of paper, and true to his word, 750 is the amount. On the dot. Thanks, I really appreciate it. Anything for my favorite landlord. By the way, I've been having some issues with the water temperature lately. It never really gets hot enough to shower, and I have to use the kettle for washing dishes now. I hate to trouble you, but is there anything you can do? Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I'll get someone down to take a look at that. Did you put in a formal complaint? I tried to, but I couldn't really find the app to do that. It's still not an app, Greenlight. You just have to text me or send me an email. Yeah, it's fine. I'd rather just tell you myself, if that's okay. Nothing beats face-to-interface communication, am I right? Sure. Can I get you anything while you're here, by the way? Coffee? Tea? Maybe some juice? I think I might have some brioche cakes in the back of the pantry. No, I couldn't. That would be way too much trouble. In truth, if I stayed for a snack, I would be out of here for at least another hour and a half. Despite his claims to not want to take too much of my time, Greenlight is insanely hospitable. For someone whose job is pushing people along in busy traffic gluts, he's definitely one to tarry. That's fine. Some other time then. I'll ring you on the telephone and we can find a nice time to get together and chat. Sounds like a plan. I gotta get along anyways. More errands to do. Yeah, of course. You have a lovely day then. In total, I'm 500 credits richer and I have 750 credits to cash. That takes me to 1250 credits down. Only 250 credits to go. Right. So far so good, but I can't let my guard down yet. 2 out of 3 means that one is still left, and the final one is the most difficult of all. Think about it. Always makes me anxious. He does this every month, but I never really know what to expect. Is he going to be passed out from work? Is his mail slot going to be stuffed with dirty magazines again? On top of just not being the most ideal situation to be in, I'm never able to fully prepare to deal with the likes of Benny. I'm hoping at least he has the money this time, or even half of it. I let him slide last month, but he owes me about 12,000 credits? Benny, what the hell? I open my mouth to call out, but no sound comes out. I feel embarrassed and like, if I make a sound, someone's going to realize I'm here. I don't want anybody to know I'm here. Benny, it's Kathy. Come on, Benny, don't do this again. Go away! He's speaking over the doorbell, so he's definitely home. I'll go away when you pay your rent. You can't do this to me again. I'm kind of dealing with something right now. Come back later? No, wait, open up, or I swear to God, this will be our last month here. It's a pretty drastic threat for me, but I have to remind myself how much money he owes. Yeah, I'm not the bad guy, right? Right? I let him get away with a lot more than I should. The least he owes me is an explanation to my face. Nice try, sweetheart, but we both know you're not gonna do it. Just leave me alone right now. I'm serious. I am too gonna do it, butthole! Don't tell me what I can and can't do with my own apartments! Tell me, Kathy, I'm not screwing around. You get your money. I just need a second. Benny Caligari, if you don't open this door right now, I'm going to evict you. If you think I'm bluffing, that's fine, but don't come crying to me when you get the notice. I bailed you out last month, and a month before that. Don't be such a butthole. Benny? Benny? It's dark. All the lights are off. I don't need to see to know this is Benny's apartment. It still smells like metal tang, musk, and dirty laundry. Christ, Benny, you really need to clean up in here. This place is disgusting. Apologies. I wasn't expecting. No, I specifically tried to keep off company. I ain't exactly in the most hospitable of moods. I'm sorry. Didn't realize you avoiding your sole responsibility as a tenant was so difficult. You could have answered my text if you didn't want to see me so badly. What? No, that's not what I meant. Cats. What do you want from me? My rent money! I'm sorry. You put me in a position of power. This is what happens. God. Then rent. You got the cheapest out of everyone here. It's just 250 credits, man. I don't have it. What do you mean you don't have it? I thought you said something came out at work, okay? It got me on suspended leave until I fix it. What, are you clogged up? What did you do? Is that a toilet? Benny, what? It's a mascot prop, okay? Oh, this is the best day ever. No, it's not. Isn't it though? It's stuck. I've been trying to get it off, but work told me it was company theft and not to come back until I could return it. I blew the red trying to find the right tools to do it. I'm sorry, okay? You know what? I'm really glad I came by. This makes it entirely worth it. Screw you! This is hell! I could go anywhere looking like this. Good. You should be going anywhere. You owe me 12,000 credits, plus that's rent, loans, things you've broken around here. Technically speaking, you don't have the money to do that even without a toilet for a head. No way it's that high. I'm still not paying for that freaking elevator thing. It's not my fault it was made with such shoddy craftsmanship. It's an elevator! You punched it! It was stuck. I'm not fighting you on this right now. You want your money back? Help me get this damn thing up. Then I could go back to work and Then you can have your precious rent. I'm not helping you. Why would I want to help you? I'm trying to be all vulnerable and stuff, Kath. I'm asking for your help. Isn't that the kind of sentiment? Isn't that the kind of sentimental stuff you were telling me you wanted? Maybe ages ago. Now I have better things to do. Get me the rent money or pack your stuff. I'm done. What? Oh, come on. You know I've been trying. It's just a rough patch. You can't do this to me. I absolutely can. Sometimes I feel like you take advantage of me, you know? Just because I'm not as big as you doesn't mean you can't push me around. The Macho Man tough guy act stops now. You pay up or you get out. Aw, Kathy, babe. You know I'd never take advantage of you. What kind of accusation is that? Yeah, it's a bad situation, but you're still my girl, right? Kitty Kath. Sir, back the hell up! Screw off, Benny. What did I do? It's cash by the end of the day or out. I'm not playing around. I'm telling you, I don't have any money right now. I'd give it to you if I could. Cross my goddamn heart. But if I don't get this off, I don't work at all. You could have charged me 1,000 credits for this thing. Holy, are you serious? Yes, that's why I considered it an investment. I spent everything I have trying to get this thing off my head. I'm probably gonna have to see a specialist, but... I really am sorry, Kathy. I'm trying my best. It's not a good time, but I feel bad. I don't have anywhere else to stay. So please, just one more time. I need this. Greenlight was complaining about a boiler issue. Can't get hot water in his apartment. How much is a job like that worth? I could do it for $250. Good. Come on then. Let's get this over with. Ah, darn. Benny is a complicated guy. This I've known since even before I came to own the building. I was in college when I moved back home to stay with my mom while I studied. He moved in around the same time. We've known each other for about 4 years now. He's not a bad guy. He was there for me when Mom died. Right now, he's not exactly my good books either. Plumbing and electric are down here. You know what you're doing, right? If you break my building, I'll break you. I'm not gonna break your damn building. Jeez. I'm certified. How the hell do you think I kept a job like this for so long? I don't know. I mean, you pay your rent so rarely. You'd think you hadn't had one in months. I thought we discussed this. This time, but you and I both know you've got a lot of bad habits that cost you a lot of money too. You realize some of your mail still gets delivered to the front office, right? And a lot of those packages aren't so discreet. Who the hell even still orders... Who even orders adult material in print? You have the internet. It's free. It's the principle. Physical is just better, okay? Plus, there's collector's value. Ooh! Who's collecting this? I mean, sure, I know there are some folks out there who collect it, especially over in Japan. Like, they still have plenty of adult magazines out there, but... Benny, what the hell? Ew. You won't understand. You never have. No, I don't, because I'm normal and I don't collect dirty magazines and unwashed clothes. I'm a guy. Guys have needs. Pick up a biology book sometime. It's pretty normal, actually. Shame on you for shaming me. Screw up, Benny. You don't have the high ground here. I have the high ground. How about we just stick to the main task at hand? How quickly can you figure out what's wrong? Ugh, so pushy. It's like a doctor thing, you know? I can't just walk up and diagnose the issue without a thorough poke and prod. It's gotta take a while. That's all I can tell you for now. Just be grateful if it doesn't turn out to be worse than it looks. There's a deafening thunk as he sets his toolbox down and gets down on one knee. He starts looking at gauges and meters and whatnot. He taps at them and peers around a cluster of pipes and tanks. It's strange to see him in what looks like his natural habitat. He's unusually focused and dedicated to his thorough inspection. Well, I can kind of see the issue. I don't think I'll need any parts for this, thank God. It just looks like it's been a while since this thing has seen any maintenance. When was the last time you had anyone look at this? Definitely too long. I suppose I had it coming. That's an understatement. I guess the electric systems and upgrades tend to take priority over the amount of mecha humans living here. Some shower and eat for leisure, but not every mecha human is privileged enough to be able to afford luxury sensory systems or waterproofing. Showers, sinks, and hot water are practically useless to some. Guess that bodes well for me. It's just like old times, with me swooping in to take care of all big, strong man work for you. 12,000 credits, Benny. Last I checked, big, strong men settle their debts like big, strong men. If anything, I'm the one who's providing for and taking care of you. If you're gonna patronize me, make sure you're actually the breadwinner in the relationship. How can anyone be the breadwinner when you live to work like you do? You'd actually have to relax long enough to let someone else take care of you for that to happen. Yeah, I've been meaning to do that. If only one of my tenants would get himself together, so I could stop having to go out and hunt him down every month. That would be really useful. Jeez, what happened to you cats? You used to be fun. Maybe a little too fun. I'm sorry if it's inconvenient, but you haven't exactly been the most reliable person in my life for a while now. I better get to work. I can figure everything out from here. You don't need to hang around for my sake. I'll try to have this figured out by the end of the day. I'll let you know if anything else comes up. Was that too harsh? He gets back to work and I linger for a bit to watch him, but he pays me no attention. Eventually, it sets in. There's nothing else I can do here. I decide to head back upstairs. Maybe I can go cash green lights check. I don't know what right I have to hold him hostage like this. If I cared about him, I'd forgive his debt. But I feel like if I do, I'm just gonna let him walk all over me again. I would miss him if he had to go, but my goodwill is running low. I don't know what I'm expected to do or be in a situation like this. Are you over here moping again? Listen. What do you mean, Lesai? You're so predictable. Lewis? What are you doing here? Don't act like you don't know. This is the only place in the building where I can smoke and not set off any alarms. You do what in the building? Nothing. That didn't sound like nothing. Like I was saying, though, you come here when you're all down and out. I take it he didn't pay up again. He had some medical issue come up, so we agreed he'd look at a boiler in lieu of paying this month. Are you serious? You let him off the hook again? Hey, at least this time he's getting some work done in the place. It's an exchange of goods and service. Greenlight mentioned not being able to get any hot water, so it all works out. Kathy, you need to stop coddling him. He's taking advantage of you and it's putting you out. What, every month? Every month. It's just a new justification. You spend so much time and energy looking for reasons why this is okay. He is a grown man, and he needs to take responsibility for his life. It's more serious this month. He really did have something happen to him at work. He won't let him take jobs again until it's fixed, and he's been trying to fix it. It's not his fault. It is his fault. It is his fault he is where he is now, though. He throws his money around like he knows that no matter what, you're going to take care of him. You think I don't see him at the clubs when I work? He's going out like that again? Yeah, he moved on, Kathy. Maybe it's just time that you did too. It feels like a punch in the gut to hear it. I suspected that Benny was going out late at night to do something, but I guess I just mentally censored what I thought it might be. He'd say he was going out with coworkers. That was probably not a lie. It definitely wasn't just for drinks, and Lewis definitely isn't lying. If Lewis has seen him at the places he works, Benny's definitely spending more than he can afford on good company. He's awful, Kathy. It's hardwired into him. I know you're a nice girl, but niceness doesn't work on people like that. You can't fix him. And I say that only to hopefully wake you up to what he's been doing to you all along. Maybe he's not malicious, but he's still taking advantage of the situation. I know it looks bad. How much are you willing to take? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to overstep. It's frustrating watching this happen to you. He treats you terribly and you sit there waiting for him. You do nothing but bend over backwards to take care of him. What was the last thing he did for you? Nothing. The answer really is nothing. He doesn't stop by to say hello. He doesn't pay his rent. He acts like we're perfect strangers sometimes. He acts like we're all buddy-buddy when he needs something. You're right, but I don't know what to do about it. It's different when it's just me and him. I can't be angry, but he gets so sincere, you know? He knows how to get under my skin. It's because you still have feelings for him. You still have feelings for him, and until you deal with those, he's always trying to have some kind of upper hand. I don't have feelings for him anymore! No, you only refuse to see anyone else, attend to his every need, give him a place to stay, emotionally cradle him, and make excuses for him to other people when he falls short. That's totally what you do for people you don't have feelings for, right? When was the last time you even entertained the thought of another date with anybody ever since you two broke up? I've been busy, okay? I don't have time for that kind of stuff right now. If you did, though, would you do it? You say you're not looking for anything right now, but it seems to me like you're doing a lot of looking at Benny. He's not going to look back. That's okay. You don't need him. I think you just need to get out of there and remind yourself that you can do better. I guess. Tell you what, when you get done dealing with him, maybe give me a call. Lewis, I told you I can't afford something like that right now. Yeah, of course not. I don't mind getting drinks with you as friends. If you go home with someone else, that's a win. And if you don't, maybe I'll let you follow me home out of pit. You absolute dingus, Lewis! Yeah, we'll see. For now, better go make sure Betty isn't putting any fish-shaped dents in anything. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Like my hot showers. If he does anything to jeopardize that for me, I might just get rid of him myself. Oh, by the way, don't let me catch you smoking in a building. That's against the rules. Alright. I don't immediately head back to Benny. Before I do, I need a moment to steel myself and think things over. It's hard to believe that it's been a year already since the breakup, and in all that time, I've not once entertained the thought of seeing anyone now. Apparently, he hasn't felt as hesitant as I have. That's fine. Should have expected it. Some part of me was hoping that this was just an elongated separation phase. Maybe he'd get better with time, or maybe, if it really was my fault, I can make it up to him. Benny is big and strong, and when I had his attention, I felt special. Now that I don't have it, I don't feel special. I can't let what's left of our relationship devolve into me seeking out his attention for validation. That much is clear. If he's moved on, I have to move on too, and if that means that I stop feeling the need to protect him all the time, so be it, right? Hey, how's it looking? Well, I have good news and bad news. I've been around Benny before. I've seen him around lots of times, but every time I see him, it feels like I've forgotten how large he is. I'm staggered by his size. When he stands up, it's like staring up at a large statue. I feel my newfound resolution waver ever so slightly. Good news is that this specific problem of yours is fixable. I can have it handled in a few hours, and Greenlight can take his precious showers. Bad news is your infrastructure is so outdated. He's teetering dangerously on being a violation of a few building codes. That's not good. Oh, God. Is there anything we can do? Luckily, we caught it. There's going to be some heavy-duty work involved, but if you can get me what I need to do the job, I can take care of it. Goody for me, I guess. A job like this might seriously whittle down that debt. Yeah. Wait a second. That's pretty convenient, isn't it? This better not be a scam, Benny. I get that you don't like owing me money. A scam? You think I'd do something as stupid as that? You seriously think that I'd scam you? I know you're upset with me, but I'm not that kind of guy. I have every intention of paying you back what I owe legitimately as possible. Don't let me into that kind of shady business and crew. It's not my thing. You don't have to like me, but I hope you know it by now. I'm sorry. I know you're not that kind of guy. But I think we need to seriously sit down and talk about the lack of boundaries here. What do you mean? Benny, you can't rely on me to take care of you each month this happens. If you did this to anyone else, you'd be out on your ass right now. I don't like that thought. But this has been really difficult for me to deal with. You can't keep asking me to spot you or let things slide. I feel like you used me, Benny. You know I care, and yet you keep living like this, knowing it worries me and puts me in a dangerous situation. You're living like we're still together, you know? You need to be more responsible for yourself, and you need to treat me like a landlord, not a friend. We are friends though, aren't we? Don't mistake friendly for friends. When was the last time you stopped by to see how I was doing? You don't take my advice, but you take my charity. You don't listen when I tell you to do things. You don't listen when I tell you the things you do affect me, but you ask me to be understanding. You don't see how I might feel used when you only ever talk to me under the pretense of my job. Hey, I didn't want to bother you. I thought you might not want to see me. Maybe I would have, but you didn't stop by to check and see. You need to do better, Benny. I don't want to kick you out, but you've asked me for everything I can give you, and now I have nothing else. Take that how you will. I'm sorry, Kathy. I thought you needed some space. I didn't mean to ignore you. I hurt myself on the job a while ago. I didn't think you'd want to know, so I didn't tell you. It's a calibration issue. It's gonna cost a lot to fix, and I haven't had that kind of dough. I'm falling apart. Got the shakes, and I don't move so good these days. That's why I got a toilet on my head. And that's why... Kathy, it's been terrible. I've been terrible. I want to be better. I don't want a boundary between us. It hasn't felt worth it to keep going on like this. What if I did make some changes? And what if we tried again? Things can go back to how they used to be, just you and me. I'd rather double down than lose another piece of you. No, Benny. I can't just do that anymore. You've had so long to say this. Why now? Why the exact moment I'm telling you I'm all out of favors to give? Why tell me about a serious injury you had way after it happened? I get being hesitant and it's your privacy, but this is way too convenient. I'm being serious though, Kathy. I swear, I respect you. I love you. I've just been out of it. I'm sorry I've treated you so bad, but I get it. This is my wake-up call. Your wake-up call was my home being vandalized by your so-called friends, and it should have been mine too. You don't respect me. You've never respected me. You treat me like I'm small and like I'm a weird little trophy, but I'm done. From here on out, not bailing you out again. You can work off your debts, but when all this is done, you need to take the steps to get your life together. I'm not your mom, and I'm not your weird little housewife. It isn't my job to fix you and make you better. Yeah, I get it. I'm gonna get back to work, yeah? I'll let you know how the damages are when I'm finished. That was stupid. That was really stupid. Christ. You actually asked to get back together? What a... God, he's awful! I know, but this is what I wanted, isn't it? Maybe I blew my chance. It was vulnerable and honest, and I feel like I threw it all back in his face. What if he decides to never do that again? I know he's hurt now too. I can't afford to have him shut himself off from the world. You can. It's too late, and that's his problem. You're not responsible for teaching him what's healthy to do and what's not. You don't just ask for a second chance and promise to do better after. He's not interested in change. He's interested in the closeness. You're done. You've always been done. And depression or not, he's been checked out too. It's time to move on. Right. Still, I'm gonna miss the sense of purpose all this gave me. It was nice to be needed, and even if it was tiring, sometimes he'd do these things that just made it all worth it. Me thinks you might have some things to work out there, but that's pretty normal. I'm sure there's some kind of kink we can find that safely exercises that need without being emotionally and mentally taxing on your everyday life. God damn it, Lois! Kink? Yeah, of course. Doesn't have to be with me. And I know a few choice options you might be interested in. Yeah, it's very nice of you, Lewis. I don't know if I'm ready to really handle so many options all at once. It's been so long since I've had anything to do with other guys. Benny and I were friends first anyway. Do I have to make friends with a whole new other guy? If that's what you want to do, there's no right way about it. Just do whatever feels comfortable. Be genuine, communicate your needs, and just remember that there's no one set perfect relationship. You can go casual or you can be serious. We can go at your own pace. Yeah, this'll be fun. Yeah, no big deal. It's just my first night out in a million years. No big deal. You sure about that? It looks like you're gonna make this a big deal. Kathy? Kathy? To be continued. Anyway, that was Toilet. I can't say the rest of the name because I know I will be demonetized, but I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this for yourselves, link to the creators, itch.io pages in the description below. I quite enjoyed this. Like, the premise was what caught me at first. However, as I was playing through it, like, I did enjoy, like, the drama that was going on between, like, Kathy, Benny, and Lewis. Like, holy frick, this was fun to play. This was fun to play. It was a very interesting premise, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. And as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.